Today we got a story time of probably one of the most cringiest kids ever to ever exist on planet Earth in the entire universe. I don't want to spoil this too much, so I just want to hop right into it. So leave a like for nothing and let's just get into it. So we're going to call the subscriber who sent us today's story, we're going to call him Liam. And anyways, right, so this all happened one day when Liam was in class. And Liam was sitting kind of towards the back of his class with his friends, like, he wasn't paying that close of attention. All right, guys, do well in school. That's all I'm going to try and say. But anyways, Liam was kind of dozing off, not really paying attention, when this kind of kid that, like, he didn't know that well, but was kind of known as kind of a little weird, kind of a little strange. But this kid, like, turns to Liam and his friends and says, hey, like, do you guys have girlfriends? Very kind of a weird thing to lead with, especially if you don't know the guy. I wouldn't be going up to random people saying, hey, do you have a girlfriend? Like, I don't know, man. That sounds kind of weird. But anyways, right, so this kid is just like, hey, do you have a girlfriend? And Liam and his friends at the time did not. I mean, hey, man, like, you can't always be winning. Sometimes, you're in the trenches. It happens. But they're all like, no. And they say no kind of with a bit of attitude because, that's a weird question to ask. And this kid just looks at them and kind of scoffs. He's like, sucks to be you guys. I couldn't imagine being single like that. And, Liam is like, bro, what are you talking about? And this guy's like, yeah, I probably had the hottest girlfriend ever. And Liam's like, really? Like, what's her name? And he's like, Sandra. Yeah, she's super hot. And like, at this point, Liam's like, all right, let's see a photo of her then. Like, what'd she look like? And, the kid's like, she doesn't go to this school, but she's at my house right now waiting for me. At this point, right, Liam's like, all right, proof or it didn't happen, bro. Like, I need to see some proof. And Liam and his friends were basically saying, we don't believe you, man. Like, we think you're just capping right now. We think that, like, what you're saying is no, you're just bragging with nothing to actually brag about. And so this kid, who we're just going to call the cringy kid, right? The cringy kid was like, no. No, I'll have you know that my girlfriend is real and she loves me and she's at my house right now. You know what? You know what? And Liam is looking at him. He's like, yeah, what? And this kid's like, you know what? Come to my house after school and I'll have you meet. I'll introduce her to you and I will watch your face. I will watch your expression slowly crumble as you realize that I am entangled with the woman of my dreams in a beautiful relationship. Remember, they're in 6th grade, so bro, you're not getting married. But anyways, he's like, and I will win. I will conquer you. It will be victory. As I said, this is a very weird kid. Like, hey, man, if you're, like, saying, I will conquer you, this will be victory, like, to anyone, bro, check yourself. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, right, Liam is, like, thinking to himself, he's like, all right, I don't actually think I have anything to do after school. I'm just going to tell my mom that, I have a thing that I have to do after school and, like, that I'll be home an hour later. And he turns to his friends. He's like, hey, you guys busy? And they're like, I mean, yes, but we're still going to come over. We want to see this girlfriend, right? Because they all believed that, like, this was some elaborate scheme. And they wanted to figure out, like, what actually was this kid cooking up? What was his plan? So Liam and his friends turned to the cringy kid and was like, yeah, man, sure. We'll come to your house after school. And the cringy kid is like, excellent. You shall suffer the consequences. And then goes back to, like, reading his, like, comic book anime type thing. And they're just like, all right. Anyway, so skip ahead a little bit, and Liam and his boys are walking over to the cringy kid's house. And the cringy kid is actually greeted at the door by his mom, saying, oh, I'm so excited you brought friends back, whatever, right? And the cringy kid's like, yeah, these are my guys. And they're kind of looking at each other like, we're not his boys, but they're not going to say anything. They're at least polite enough to at least allow, his mom to continue to believe the illusion that he's not kind of weird, right? Anyways, so, the cringy kid leads him up, and he's like, this is my house, it's pretty cool, and this is my room, and brace yourself, and he, like, turns around quickly when he says brace yourself. So, Liam and his friends are a little startled by this, because they're like, what's going on? And he's like, my girlfriend is, she just texted me, she is currently in there, and you're gonna be blown away, dude, you're gonna be blown away. And I just want to say that I told you so. I just wanted to make sure I put that out there. And Liam's like, all right, okay. And honestly, at this point, Liam and his friends were starting to believe that there actually was a girlfriend in there. Spoiler. I mean, no spoilers. You're going to hear soon enough. But, like, they were actually starting to believe it, man. Because, like, it was, like, this kid went through all this effort. Like, if he's going to admit, like, that he was lying, he probably would have admitted it already. But anyways, right, so eventually The cringy kid goes into his room, and they follow. And Liam looks around, and Liam's kind of confused, dude. Liam's a little bit confused, because as he's looking around, he doesn't see anyone else in the room. He just sees a lot of posters for like different TV shows and stuff like that. And, he sees a computer, he sees a closet, he sees clothes all over the floor. Like, he doesn't see a girl in here. He doesn't see a human at all. Like, the only people in this room is the cringy kid, Liam, and his two other friends. And then all of a sudden, right, Liam is noticing that the cringy kid is talking to someone in the room. So Liam feels like, oh my God, am I hallucinating? Like, what's going on? Like, why don't I see anyone? And Liam looks in the direction that the cringy kid was talking. And sure enough, right, the cringy kid is talking in the direction of his bed. And what is on his bed? A life's... Oh my God, dude. When I read this story, I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Anyways, narrator mode, back in story. Liam turned his head to look at the direction that the kid was talking. And there was like a massive waifu body pillow, bro. Oh no. And at that moment, Liam and his friends realized that this girlfriend the kid had been talking about was sure enough this pillow. By the way, comment pillow down below. Yeah, pillow's the secret word of the day. I'll try and heart as many of those comments as I possibly can. If I don't get to yours, don't take it personally. And also, while you're down there, make sure the notifications are turned on. You won't see my videos otherwise. But anyways, back to the story. So Liam immediately says, bro, is that what you're talking about? And the kid is like, oh, yes, I'm so rude. Liam, meet my princess. And Liam is like, nah. Liam and his friends start laughing. And this kid is not like, he's not in on a joke or anything. This is not some massive joke he's pulling on them that he's like, oh, I hope you guys thought it was funny. Dude was getting actually pressed. Like, dude was like, who are you laughing at? You better not be laughing at my girlfriend. And, Liam's like, bro, that's a pillow. And the kid's like, she's real. What? She's real. What do you mean, man? Get out of my house. And Liam is like laughing. And then he looks at the kid, and the kid is like, has like these eyes. You can tell in his eyes, this kid is mad. This kid is pressed. This guy is not having it. He's like, get out of my... And Liam's like, all right, okay. We saw your girlfriend. We saw her. We'll go. Fair enough. So Liam and his friends leave. And as they're walking out of the house, the cringy kid's mom's like, bye. This was kind of a short play date, but I'm so excited that my kid's finally having other people over that it doesn't matter. Hope to see you guys soon. And they're just like, haha, see you soon. Anyways, right, the next day in school, they all go to like their math class or whatever, and they notice that, or whatever class they're in, it doesn't really matter. Well, and they notice that the cringy kid is not in class. And, Liam turns to his friends, he's like, yo, do you think he's like too embarrassed to come to class? Does he like realize that he made kind of a clown out of himself? And his friends are like, dude, I have no idea. And then all of a sudden, they hear on the loudspeaker, Liam, Ben, and John. Let's just say that those are the names of the two other kids. Please come to the principal's office immediately. So Liam, Ben, and John, we'll go with that, right? They all look at each other. And they just like, they immediately know. They're like, oh my God, no way. Because they realize that like there's a correlation between the cringy kid not being in class, them clowning on him yesterday, and the fact that they all just got called up to the principal's office. It was not a coincidence. So they walk up there, and sure enough, the principal's in her room, and who else is in that room? The cringy kid. And the principal says, all right, kids, sit down. So your friend over here says that you went to his house and berated his girlfriend, calling her ugly, fat, overweight, disgusting, smelly, and that she needed to die. Is this true? And Liam looks at her and says, no, that is not true. And then Liam goes on to say, actually, this kid said that he had a girlfriend, and he was bragging to us, so we decided to go to his house to see his girlfriend, which he invited us there. And when we got there, we realized that he does not have a girlfriend. He just has a 4-foot-tall waifu body pillow. And we said that she wasn't real. He got mad at us, and here we are today. And then, the kid, the cringy kid, instead of sticking to his original story that he, one, actually had a girlfriend, and two, that they came to his house to insult his girlfriend, was like, see, that's even worse. I made up something because I thought you'd be so offended by what actually happened, and they just admitted to it. And the principal is kind of shocked. One, because of the thing that Liam just told her, and two, that the kid, the cringy kid, admitted to lying to her face and then expected her to like punish them even harder because of the story they told. And the principal looks up at Liam and says, and his friends, and is like, you guys can go back to class now. I have something to deal with. And as Liam and his friends are walking out of the principal's office, they can faintly hear the cringy kid yelling, "You're just letting them go. That's outrageous." Subscribe if you haven't already done so, drop a like in the videos, and then click on one of the 4 videos you see on screen right now, or just go ahead and watch another one of my videos. Peace.